Zombies, but this one is different in that it's designed to be free to play from the bottom up. So it's loading up nice and fast. It's always good to see. Nice and fast. Okay. But new content downloading. So I don't know what I was doing before. Welcome. Connect with friends. What we're going to do here? Put my name in, perhaps. Okay. Let's see. So push notifications. I really hate this. I think push notifications should be something that you obviously a powerful thing to be used, but I think developers always ask to do this straight away, which I think is kind of like slightly impolite. It's like inviting someone into your house and then them asking for a bottle of whiskey first thing up or something. It's not like that. Okay, so let's go into that. Obviously, you can see there. So I've just put in it's like a username. I'm not really connected to anything. I'm not connected to Facebook, even though the option was there. So it's interesting. So it's downloading new content, but it seems to be doing that in the background. It doesn't seem to be. I can see probably can still play the tutorial. I hope, which will be a good thing. If that's the case. Yes. So this is exactly how to do it. If you're going to download new content, I mean, actually, EA Simpsons is the worst example. When you download the game, the first thing you see is oh, before you can do anything else, you need to download another 300 megabytes. This is a much more fluid way of doing it. Okay, so let's get to the game. Let's play through the tutorial. Always worth seeing the tutorial, I think. So this is Plants vs Zombies. We kind of, well, people who played the game before, you're going to understand it's pretty much the same gameplay. Okay, so let's drag a seed packet. Let's build one of those. Okay. Touch from the sun. Oh, okay. Okay. Can we put another plant? Okay. I don't think the zombies will reach my house at this point. Here they come. Obviously the point of tutorials is they're incredibly simple. In fact, there's a philosophy of tutorials which is always always quite like from King.com, who obviously, or King as they're now known, who are obviously enormously successful when it comes to casual games, and they always say make a tutorial and then make 2 tutorials even simpler than the first tutorial that you thought was simple enough. Because I guess maybe not for this audience particularly, but maybe for this audience, this is potentially quite a hardcore game, but can go quite casual as well. It's very easy to assume even that your audience has much more idea about what's going on in a game than actually it does. It may not be for many people, but for some people, for some games, even now, it will potentially be the first game on mobile that some people are playing. So you can't really judge kind of anything that they even really know how to kind of interact with the game. So this one's, you might say it's too simple, but it's very restricted. You've only got one bit of lore, and there's only there's no confusion. There's 3 things basically have happened. You've planted these and you've collected those, and the zombies are just just showing you very simply what's going on, which I think is what you want. I suppose I don't want to hit that one, do I? Yeah. Okay, so I've just played through another. We're kind of in the game proper now, but it's still kind of in the Egyptian level in the early stages. There's a lot of tutorial stuff being given out. So PopCap EA have done a pretty good job here in kind of passing up tutorials as kind of proper level. So you can see this plant here. We just unlocked this cabbage plant. So when we play the next level, we'll be introduced to the cabbage plant. In the previous level, we were just introduced to kind of run the power up, so you can kind of like make your pea shooter into like a machine gun pea shooter for a short period of time. But before let's quick with this. Okay, so check out the almanac. There. Okay. So now we're kind of seeing these are the plants we've got. So that's the new one we just got. How's the cabbage? Okay. sort of see different zombies, upgrades. So now we're kind of obviously we've not been asked to do this. We've been asked to look at the plants, but we can kind of see now, start to see how the monetization is coming in here. So at this point in the upgrades, obviously these are, you're paying cash, but these are single, effectively level-based consumables. So start with 25 suns, on to plant food, get an additional 25% of sun cost back when shoveling up plants. So so that one looks like it lets you choose another plant type every level, so that's a permanent upgrade. So you're kind of getting a mixture, but you know, I mean, they're expensive, as expensive as is cheap. So that's, you know, kind of like, so it's £2, £2.50 in English money, which is kind of $3, $4. But that's not the shop proper. We can have a quick look at that. We can see there's different kind of currency types here as well. There's this Crazy Dave money, I suppose, which we're kind of earning as we play. If we go direct to the store, so these are the coins, the Crazy Dave coins. So in a sense, that's pretty standard. Interesting. Obviously, it's not starting at the lowest price. It's starting at £2. So £2 is $3. And often, actually, you kind of found that there's six currency options, but this game, obviously, we've gone to 8 currency options. As tends to happen with EA, the more money you spend, the kind of better deal you get. So effectively, the per dollar price of each one of these coins goes down considerably. So we've got 5,000 for £2, for times 50. Oh no, it's times 50. Anyway, we'll do the math on that. But equally, so these are kind of items. So I mean, this is kind of I guess we're kind of generally we're going to see this with free-to-play monetization, where we're kind of seeing, and I guess particularly because it's been demonstrated by King and its games, which don't have all their monetization, and they're some of the most highly monetized or top-grossing games in the world. Certainly, Candy Crush Saga is #1 or #2 globally, and that's not done through currency. That's all done through items. So basically, people using items to complete each level. So obviously, if you can combine that kind of monetization with a currency, virtual currency system, which has obviously been proven in other games, you're kind of hoping to get the best of both worlds, because these are not 99-cent kind of items. So again, these are ones we kind of saw before. And then this is quite interesting, because this is and you can see this in some games. Some of the strategy games tend to use this kind of bundling thing. So you're getting some coins, some permanent bonuses, some kind of consumable item bonuses. And in terms of kind of retailing strategy, these are quite interesting, because it's much harder for people who just who are just looking at this to go, oh, is that a good deal? I mean, is I'm getting this, and this, is that worth that? And obviously, for journalists like me, we can look into that and kind of work out the kind of cost basis. And but kind of I think for companies, you do tend to give these quite good deals, because people like the idea of bundles, and obviously the whole point of a bundle is you get more. They're not that expensive, so it's kind of $10, and it's a way of kind of getting people a bit of everything. So as we can see, we're not kind of being aggressively monetized in terms of the game's not taking us to the store, but when you look at the store, there's quite a lot of different options in how EA is trying to kind of approach stuff. And we even have a buy t-shirts, toys, and more. So we even buy physical goods. They're kind of potentially available within the app. So well, I'll play on this level. I think we'll switch the video off and then come back when there's a bit more to point out. Okay, so I've been playing Plants vs Zombies now for about half an hour. Kind of just playing through, as I say, they're not really tutorial levels, but the first kind of 10 levels are they're showing you new things, kind of unlocking the gameplay for you, really. So we've had a look at the store before. I'm just going to go back to it now. I've had a quick done some quick kind of maths on what's going on here. So we look at the basic coin system. So it's pretty straightforward virtual currency that you're spending real money for. So we've got the lowest level. So we've got a $2.99, $3 for 5,000 Crazy Dave gold here, and then going up to the top $100 for 450,000, and that's his best deal. Actually, it's not entirely the case. So this is a thing I do now. Looking at the discount ratio of currency. So basically looking about how much for each dollar, how much currency you get at the lowest kind of real money transaction compared to the coins you get per dollar spent at the highest level. And for a lot of companies, what you find is there's normally a ratio of about kind of 1.5. So you get effectively 50% more if you go for the top most expensive in-app purchase compared to the cheapest one. That's roughly the range. EA is one company that's a complete kind of outlier on this one. So for the Simpsons game, it has a ratio of 4. So effectively, you get 4 times more on the Simpsons tapped out game if you spend the most amount of money. So for Plants vs Zombies 2, I've done a quick calculation, and actually in this case, on the cheapest in-app purchase, you get $1 will buy you 1,672 Crazy Dave gold, and on the most expensive, if you're spending this, you're getting 4,500 Crazy Dave gold. So effectively the ratio is 2.7, so you're getting 2.7 more if you spend the most amount. So this is correct in the sense that this is the best deal, but it's only just about the best deal. So even if you go for the second cheapest, which is obviously you're spending kind of half the money, compared to 1,672 golds, for this one you're getting 4,000. So you're still getting a pretty, so anything, even if you're spending the second most kind of cheapest one, you're still getting 2,000. So anything over the cheapest is EA is pretty heavily discounting. So as I said, we looked before at these. So these are actually kind of plants. So these are actually permanent plants. So I got this wrong before. These are actually kind of new plant types you can buy to kind of speed up the process. So these are permanent items. Ranging from $2 to $3. Similar thing here for upgrades. So these are permanent upgrades, increasing your plant food slot, increasing your seed slots. Getting more sun to start off. Again, these run from $2.99 to $3.99. So, but the interesting thing here we were looking at was bundles. So I was saying these are quite interesting because they're mixing currency and items in a way that's quite hard for consumers to see if that's worth it. So I've done a quick bit of maths. So for the starter bundle, you're getting a squash, you're getting 5,000 coins and a shovel bonus. So if you price those up all individually, it would come to $9. So the price here is $5. So you got a 44% discount on that one. For the torch bundle, you're getting a torch, a plant that will torch zombies. You're getting 20,000 coins and an extra plant. So that's coming in at, that price there is $8. If you price it all up, it's $17, so you're getting a 53% discount on that one. And the power bundle, you're getting a burn plant, you're getting 40,000 coins and additional sun. That individually priced comes up to $28. You're getting that for $10, so that's a 64% discount. So effectively, I don't know why this one says best deal. It's not the best deal, it's actually the worst deal, but they're all pretty good deals. You're all getting pretty much 50% discount if you're buying these things. The argument would be, do you actually want those things? It may be better to buy them on an a la carte basis. From what we're seeing, actually, it'll be, and it's already happened. So EA just announced today that Plants vs Zombies 2 has been downloaded 16 million times already on iOS in 2 weeks. And so you're seeing this kind of like this store monetization, which we've kind of is using kind of items, permanent items, and currency in quite a sophisticated manner. But the other thing is, you've also, the interesting thing is you've got the Crazy Dave gold, which you've seen before, is this gold here, is coins here, and you're using these to buy consumable items in the game. So if we very quickly, might take, let's see how easy it is to show this. If we go into the next level, just to very quickly show this. So these are being used. Okay, yeah, get on with it. So, okay. So just quickly, I've got to choose my plants. What should we go for? Okay, so I've only got a certain amount of slots. I can obviously, that's what the other slot is. I can buy one. Let's rock, off we go. So, but if quickly pause that. So, I actually can't pause that. So okay, it's basic game set up, ready, set, go. Okay, so if we pause it now, so this is my gold. This is what I've earned. I've not spent any money yet, so I earn these, and this comes into these areas down the bottom where these are physical, kind of direct gameplay power-ups that you use. Just the basically timed so you get 2 seconds, so you can kind of pull the heads off zombies and kind of throw them out and kind of zap them using these. So we have this very consumable kind of basis. So and also with this as well. So this is that's 1,000 of these coins. If I want one of these power up to basically kind of speeds up or kind of upgrades my one of my plants that I've already placed for a specific period of time. So in a sense, we're looking here at a very sophisticated kind of layered monetization proposal, and I think we've seen that. As I said, we've seen 16 million downloads already. It's not quite in the top 10 grossing US charts, which is kind of what I use as my barometer for kind of success. But already we're seeing it's been in pretty much gone top 100 in I can't remember, about 50 countries, and you can just see from graphs on App Annie or App Trace that the game's kind of top grossing charting is going to hit the top 10 quite quickly. So PopCap and EA have done a pretty good job, and obviously there seems to have been, as you tend to find with some games that haven't been free to play and have gone free to play, some kind of journalistic kickback. But I think even some of the more kind of virulent anti free to play journalists have grudgingly kind of started to enjoy Plants vs Zombies 2, because it kind of pretty much is the same gameplay, just the way. And you don't have to monetize, of course. That's the thing with all these free-to-play games. If they're well designed, there's no kind of hard gates. It's just a way that if you want to kind of don't want to grind so much, or you kind of make a mistake, you can kind of quickly spend money and kind of get through levels. So anyway, so that's a rather prolonged and slightly bitty, but nevertheless interesting monetizer on Plants vs Zombies 2.